Rolling.
All right, okay. All right, so this is the book of Zechariah, the, let's see, hold on.
13.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 13 and verse 8. And it reads, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, two parts therein shall be cut off and died."
For real? Yeah, you don't have to ever worry about that with this one.
Two parts shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. All right, so like the brother was saying, 2/3 of our people are going to perish. Okay, and on this side, and the kingdom they're going to come back in the flesh. They're going to come back in the regeneration and be taught this truth and become a people and be built in this word. But first they have to be purified, meaning they have to be destroyed on this side. All right, that's the 2/3. So it says, "And it shall come to pass that in the land, in all the land, saith the Lord, two parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein." Verse 9, "And I will bring the third part through the fire." The third part is talking about the elect. Okay?
Zechariah 13.
Done. Zechariah 13 and 8. All right? That third part is talking about the elect. Right now, we're being bought through the fire. We're catching all kind of hell right now. Okay? And we'll refine them as silver is refined, and we'll try them as gold is tried. Okay? The scriptures talk about the Lord sifting the house of Israel as he sifteth the wheat and the seed. All right? Being shaken. That's what's happening to his elect right now. We're being sifted out. Okay? And only a small few is going to survive that sifting, okay? "They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power." All right? You get that same understanding from the parable of the 10 virgins, the 5 wise and the 5 foolish. You get that same understanding from that. All right? Go ahead, you got it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 12. It said verse 11. It says, "Then saith the Lord, then said the Lord unto me, pray not for this people, for their good."
Pray not for this people for their good. Why? Because at the end of the day, this people is grossly wicked. All right? These people are grossly wicked. Back during the time when of Yahweh's crucifixion, they said, "Kill him and let his blood be upon us." That's what them 2/3 said. Okay? When Yahweh was crucified. So those same spirits are back here again in this day and age, and it's the same exact thing. All right? It's the same exact thing. It's the same exact dynamic to this day. Our Lord is being crucified. And what do our people are saying? Well, kill him. He ain't our king. He ain't nothing to us. All right?
That was that was an example of having like discipline over there, because this dude, he said y'all are tripping, like all y'all. I started to say like, yo, you a fucking nigga on the fucking skateboard riding down the street, like you talking about us. But I mean, this is the stuff, you know what I'm saying, we gotta basically go through. Is our people, scoffing or whatever. Like you had the one guy, he was standing here listening, asking questions, I guess making mental notes and all that stuff like that is what we were saying, so he could probably go back and look it up and just have it, stored in his memory. This man got that's why, like in the scriptures, we got to be able to, that's another important thing in this truth is, having discretion and being disciplined or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because, these people is just basically undisciplined. Like, why would you even say something here if you don't agree with what we're saying?
But he was coming in a feminine spirit. That's how you know you got women out here that's more manly than some of these niggas, man. How you gonna come by here having an opinion when at the end of the day you know you don't agree with something? Like, what was the point of that? It's not like you had any, and this is the part that fucks me up about it. come up here with their opinions like they matter. And then what's worse is you don't see no book in his hand. You don't see him with no type of real deal to bring me proof to what he's saying. It's just ad hominems. That's all they are. Which you already know what an ad hominem is, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a Latin term for people that make basically that scoff. Let's put it that way. That's all they're doing. They scoffing and scorning. There's no real logical reason for the stuff that they say. That's something you would expect from a woman, man.
Yo, like matter of fact, that was an example of that scripture that I just read. Jeremiah 14:11. Then said the Lord unto me, pray not for this people, for their good. So like that dude right there, yo, I wouldn't pray for him or whatever. I mean, I wouldn't even waste my time cursing him because he's already cursed with his spirit that he's in.
Which is a real feminine spirit. Like the brother said, he over here on a skateboard like he's supposed to be some kind of
Tony Hawk.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about too. Tony Hawk, yeah. A nigga Tony Hawk, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Really? And then talking about some, yo, you tripping, all of y'all. Nigga, if you don't take your ass back to that dream world you done came involved.
So it says, Jeremiah 14:12. It said, when they fast, I will not hear their cry, and when they offer burnt offering and oblation, I will not accept them, but I will consume them by the sword, and by the famine, and by the pestilence. Then said I, what power, behold, the prophets say unto them, ye shall not see the sword, neither shall ye have famine, but I will give you assurance, peace in this place. And that's basically what the false prophets say. And I mean, that's why our people is you know what I mean, they're in a careless state. We're thinking nothing's ever going to happen to them. They think that, you know what I'm saying, this is they think that this right here is far-fetched. They think that this right here is far-fetched.
Exactly.
They think this is never going to happen.
Man, it's the truth. They really believe that they're not going to get touched in this place. They believe that America is not going to get invaded. They believe America is not going to see nuclear destruction. They believe the Lord is not coming down to destroy this place. Okay? They believe this is very far-fetched right here. Alright? Our people do not believe this is going to happen. And that's going to be to their detriment. Because our people are the main ones that's going to be hunted down in these streets. Alright? By these Gurkha troops. By these Gurkha troops and by these different officials and military powers that are out here, okay, that's so-called fighting for your so-called freedom, which they're not fighting for your freedom, all right? They're fighting bankers' wars. They're fighting wars to take land that don't belong to them, okay? That's what it's all about. All these skirmishes that you see going on around the world, it has nothing to do with fighting for your freedom. What nation out here is trying to come up against America? Okay? What nation up here is going to try to come against the so-called baddest nation on the planet? Which that's not so anymore now that you have these other nations that got nuclear capabilities. Okay? Yeah, bro, you got it.
It says, verse 14. It says, then the Lord said unto me, the prophets prophesied lies in my name. I sent them not, neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them. They prophesy unto you a false vision, a divination, and a thing of naught, and the deceit of their heart. Which, you know, I think about, like we always say, Martin Luther King or whatever. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because when you read the scriptures and we read what the scriptures say, it doesn't talk about how, you know, everybody's going to come together or whatever, because the Lord set it up. He set up divisions. He set up different nations. He set up the nation of Israel to be on top, and he set up the, the nation of Edom and the other nations, the other 17 nations or 16 nations from Edom to be, beneath us. Yeah, so it's not going to be a time.
Ashley,
it's not going to be a time.
I'm going to get my retainers put in.
It's not going to be a time when, you're going to have
not the ones you need
everybody
to do,
come together. Hold hands and all that stuff. That's not.
Yeah, we went to the place that you got your
nose
with. I'm
you
Becky
really-
and
and if you really,
I'm
and
Becky.
if you really listen to the scriptures,
I'm
the
Rachel,
scriptures tell you that
Jalen,
Esau is
and
the
Rufio
basis
over
of
there
all
still.
men. Esau was even put underneath the heathen.
Right there.
Okay? He's the basis of all men. Okay? What did Job say? Job said they're viler than the earth.
Oh, there it is.
The so-called white man is viler than the earth. He is the lowest scum on the face of this planet. That's according to the scriptures. That's according to the Bible, okay? You read people.
I know you looking. I didn't say nothing. I just want you
Continue,
to see that I see you looking.
Well, I don't care about you.
Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 15. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I sent them not. Yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land.
Sword and famine shall not. They're telling you that everything's going to be all right, basically. There's going to be no sword, and there's going to be no... And you probably disagree. Exactly. Do you see how, that's why the scriptures say in the curses...
I think it probably got it on camera.
Camera, yes. Yeah, when you upload that, John, let me know
I mean,
you see.
it didn't get a good view.
Damn. But that's why scriptures say in the curses our people will be smitten with madness, dog. Do you see it? And he's going against traffic in that. So if somebody lick you down now, what are you going to say? Fuck. I don't know what's really wrong with our people. That's just... Wow. Anyhow, you can continue that out. That took me way by surprise. Wow. Yeah.
Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 15. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, I sent them not, yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land.
The Lord did not call these people. The Lord did not call no Creflo Dollar. The Lord did not call no TD Stakes. The Lord did not call no goddamn what's that cracker's name again? Joel Osteen. Yeah, the Lord did not call any of these characters, man. None of them. The Trinity Network, that Christian TV station and shit that you see on regular TV and whatnot. The Lord did not sanction all that bullshit, man. He didn't call nobody for that kind of fucking. Hear what the scriptures say. Read that again. Hear what the scriptures say that they was going to say.
It said, therefore, thus saith the Lord concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I sent them not, yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed.
That's right. By sword and by famine shall these prophets be consumed. Why? Because basically the Lord is going to bring that judgment. That's going to be their judgment, sword and famine. All right? The sword and famine is going to be the judgment of these false prophets who, by the way, was not called. All right?
It says, and the people to whom they prophesy shall be cast out in the streets of Jerusalem because of the famine and the sword, and they shall have none to bury them, their wives, nor their sons, nor their daughters, for I will pour their wickedness upon them.
That's it. The Lord is going to recompense them for their wickedness. Hell, in the scriptures, what does it say? And the Lord is, the Spirit going to be like, hey, where is the gods? Where are the gods that thou prayest unto? Let them come and save you from your tribulation. All right? What happened? It's like that.
Now I was gonna say, just like how you have now, you know what I mean, how they say about shooting like unarmed black men or whatever, they'll just shoot them dead. Like, they're not gonna be in that day. They're not gonna be using like rubber bullets or tasers or nothing like that. They're gonna just be straight up shooting.
Straight up, yeah, that's
Wasn't
it.
it? I'm trying to think. It was some current event. I'm trying to think exactly where it was at. I want to say South America or something. It was like, it was an article and it told them how they was just straight up shooting people in the streets, like with live rounds and stuff like that. I forget exactly. I want to say South America. I want to say like, it's somewhere in South America.
Well, if you remember right too, during different but that's supposed to be an aged man. That's the part of this whole thing that kills me. That's why the scriptures say if they gather nothing in their youth, what shall they have in their age? And he's a perfect example of that. Totally carnal. Nothing about that guy spiritual, but he's an older man. You see what I'm saying? With age is supposed to come wisdom, see, that's not always the case. Okay, but what I was saying is, right? You even had back during different national emergencies and different natural disasters, you would have people that was actually getting killed off by the same FEMA camp, by the same FEMA troop that was supposed to be coming to their aid. Okay, this was actually happening. You had people coming on camera saying that, okay, you had FEMA agents or FEMA troops killing people off during these different major hurricanes and shit like that. That's another perfect example of what that brother was trying to bring out. Oh, you looking for that argument, right?
Yeah, but when I'm offline, it's not.
Yeah, it's somewhere in South America. But yeah, and then like it was saying, you know, they're gonna be shooting so many, it's gonna be like they're gonna be like down on the streets or whatever. Like I was thinking about that movie. You remember the original Django? How they
The original. I think I did see.
Yeah, it was like the original Django. It's like the dude pulled out a gambling gun out of the casket. He was just shooting people, and they were just counting how many bodies were dropping. It's gonna be like that. Like his body shoots everywhere. Like how you see a dead, you might see roadkill or a dead deer or something. It's gonna be like people in that day.
Well, and what did the scripture say? Right? The scripture say, the day of the Lord shall be darkness and not light. See what I'm saying? The day of the Lord is going to be likened unto a man that ran from a bear and put his hand upon the wall, and then a snake bit him. There's going to be danger on every corner. There's going to be death on every corner in that day. All right? The Lord is coming back not to spare, but to destroy. What does the scripture say? The scripture say, if you can find out, I think it's a Matthew, where he said, I have not come to bring peace upon the earth, but a sword.
I got it right here. Oh snap! Hold on, slide. I'm sorry. No, I don't. You
Yeah, I'm looking for it too. That right there. No.
You said peace but a sword, right?
I have not come to bring
Oh
peace.
yeah. That's Timothy.
Timothy, Salaki.
No, 10 and 34.
10 and 34.
So Matthew 10 and 34.
I said Timothy.
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I have not come to send peace but a sword.
Read that again.
So Matthew 10 and 34, it says, think not that I am come to destroy. I'm sorry. Think not that I am come to send peace on the earth. I come not to send peace but a sword.
That's right. Why? Because the earth is basically overflowing in wickedness. Okay? This earth needs to be cleansed. The Lord said he ain't coming to bring peace, he's coming to bring a sword. Death, destruction, famine. Go ahead, Op.
No, that's it. No, I mean, that's it.
Alright, you got it. Alright? Death, destruction, and famine. That's what's coming, okay?
She wants to see you. She's like,
The crown needs to be rendered from Esau's head. It's not going to be the Lord coming back talking about some, Rothschild. So here's the deal, right? I got to take the rulership back from you. So if you could just kindly,
Hand over the key.
hand over the, yeah, exactly.
Lease is up.
Right, exactly. He, you know what I'm saying? Like the fucking, he going to be one of them, passive aggressive fucking landlords that's just coming to repossess the earth and shit. No. The Lord said he will not meet thee as a man. Okay? He's coming back as a destroying force bent on the total annihilation, okay, of this system. Him and the host of heaven. Okay? It's not going to just be Yahushua. It's going to be the angels fighting alongside Yahushua. Okay?
Hold on. James. It said, go now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your misery that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments moth eaten. Your gold and silver are cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days.
That's it. You have heaped treasures together for the last days, okay? You think you're going to store up food, store up riches, store up this, store up that, all right? You think you're going to store yourselves in bunkers and hide out. You think you got all these different plans mapped out that you're going to use to be able to retake the earth, so-called. Little do you know, everything you're storing up, the elect is going to take it, including you. The scriptures talk about binding their nobles and kings with chains and fetters of iron. Exactly. Fetters of iron and chains, man. That's what's going to happen to you, elite. You're going to be brought right into slavery. You and your people right along with you. Okay? Okay.
Yeah, that's what we always be saying is, like basically, you want to be able to survive and all that stuff and make wise decisions so you won't be struggling as bad. But I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, we're not going to shine like how we would when we're in the kingdom. So it's not, it would behoove you to not, put all your trust and faith into, riches or whatever, trying to necessarily save them up like that.
Especially these so-called riches, which are nothing more than depreciating Federal Reserve notes. You know what I'm saying? Especially in this depreciating economy, which is dying slowly but surely, circling the drain day by day, moment by moment. Okay? This right here is the real riches right here, this word. Okay? And only a few of us are going to be able to reap of this. Alright? We catching hell now, but very soon we're going to be the ones in the power seat. And I remember this being said by the elders and apostles. The so-called white man, he's going to be the new trash dude. He's going to be the new busboy. He's going to be the new jail butt. He's going to be, basically like the scriptures say, these curses shall come upon thine enemies, man. All right? That's going to be Esau's lot, but only for 1,000 years. And after that 1,000 years is fulfilled, his whole lineage, that whole line is going to be wiped out. All right? But they're going to come back as members of the other nations. And they're going to serve perpetual servitude. All right?
Yeah. It's Proverbs chapter 21, verse 16. It says, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
He shall remain in the congregation of the dead. All right? The Lord has absolutely no wrath for the 2/3. Any man that wandereth out of the way of understanding, same dude, is going to basically be put to death. There's, like the scriptures say, there remaineth no sacrifice for sins. All right? Read that again.
It's Proverbs chapter 21, verse 16. It said, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Which means there's no hope for this guy, okay? He shall remain in the congregation of the dead, okay? There's no way back for him.
All right, this is Proverbs chapter going on to verse 17. It says, he that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man, and it has a note next to pleasure. It says, or sport. And
I don't know how much more clear that can be made, but please do look that word up. Is that right there is beautiful. That right there is beautiful. Yes. Any man that loveth pleasure. See that?
Yeah, cause like I be thinking like, you know what I'm saying, even when I get home, well I guess, you know, from work or whatever, you be like tired and shit, you be like, damn, I should, knowing in your head, you should be trying to, you know, do something productive with your time.
But I'm guilty of that too. I'll come home. I know, man, listen, the most productive thing I can do right now is trying to memorize these scriptures. The most productive thing I can do right now is trying to make a video. But I'd be so
I need to make
to the
sure she
clear.
got something
I
on
just
his
be like,
phone.
man,
At
I
least
need to get some sleep. I need to let me at least eat something. You know, like I'm just like any other man. I'm in this flesh. Guilty of my damn self.
All right, the word for pleasure is shema. Slaki.
That's in the
Shemka.
Hebrew?
Shemka.
Yeah, that's the Hebrew.
Yeah. Shemka. It says joy, mirth, gladness, gaiety, pleasure.
Which the word gay means happy, by the way. Alright? Fuck. I mean, seriously, nowadays they try to redefine it as being homosexual, but nah, that's not what the fuck it means. It means happy. The word gay means happy. Shit. Continue that,
We're not.
Yeah, but exactly.
Alright, so
Hey.
so it says, "He that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man. He that loveth wine and oil shall not be rich." It says, "The wicked shall." So like, I mean, that's pretty much it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But without overcomplicating things, it's the truth. Especially in the spirit, because at the end of the day, our pleasure is supposed to come in the kingdom, not here. All right. So if you're a lover of pleasure, so if you're a lover of pleasure, you know what I'm saying? Guess what? You're basically awash. That basically means your whole situation from the door is screwed. What does the scripture say? Woe unto them that are rich, for they have received their consolation. That's you. You lovers of pleasure. Alright? Talking to you men. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American men. Alright? Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 21, verse 21.
Okay?
It says, "He that followeth after righteousness and mercy findeth life, righteousness, and honor."
Read that again.
It's Proverbs 21 and 21.
Okay.
It says, "He that followeth after righteousness and mercy findeth life, righteousness, and honor."
And not his own righteousness, the righteousness of this word. Okay? The righteousness of this word. Why? Because life is what's contained in this word. Wisdom is life. Alright? The Lord of hosts, he is life. Okay? Continue that.
It says, I'm going to read on down. It says, "A wise man scaleth the city of the mighty, and casteth down the strength of the confidence thereof."
Can you look up that word scale real quick? If Babakasha, scale of the righteous scale of the city, right? That's what it said. Yeah, can you look that up? What was that again?
Proverbs.
Proverbs. That's what we need.
21.
Yeah, check that out. What's that word scale?
I think, like, you know how a lot of times cities they would have walls on it, and you scale the wall and like get over the wall, because they would set the wall up as like an obstacle.
An obstacle, yeah. Like basically as a border. People couldn't get in easily, you know? You'd have to go to the gate of the city, or whatever the case is. Kind of like when you fly into a new country, so to speak.
Border patrol or something.
Ah, exactly. So, yeah, I had that same thought, but I just wanted to make sure I can clarify real quick.
All right, so the word scaling. The Hebrew word "aylah," which means to go up, ascend, climb, to go up, ascend, to meet, visit, follow, depart, withdraw, retreat. I mean, that's pretty much it.
What? No root word to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, go to the root. Hold on. Go back up. Go back up. Now read this.
To offer, bring up, to exalt.
In a sense, yeah. Read a little bit above it because there was a point there.
To bring up, bring again, to take away. Oh, you talking about to bring up, cause to ascend or climb, cause to go up.
Kind. To offer to exalt. Alright? Read that scripture again. The righteous
Proverbs 21 and 22. A wise man scaleth the city of the mighty, and cast down the strength of the confidence thereof.
So when he scaled up the cities of the mighty, right? Let me see that definition one more time. Real quick, right? To rouse, stir up mentally, to rouse the people up. This is really what I was looking for. To rouse, stir up mentally. You see that? That's what a wise man will do, right? That's when we come out on the highways and byways, it's to stir up your pure minds. All right? Read that one more time.
It's Proverbs chapter 21, verse 22. A wise man scaleth the city of the mighty, and cast down the strength of the confidence thereof. It says, whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles.
There you go.
You know, just like we were talking about earlier, you know what I'm saying, you gotta have discipline because, you know, just like I was saying, you wanna be circumspect or about how you go about things. Like we'd have said certain things to that dude, he would have tried to act like he was gonna fight us or something. That would have caused a scene. They might even try to, like, you know, every time they see us up here, call the police on us or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Because,
we got.
good.
So I mean, you gotta be wise in how you handle situations and what you say. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just like how you had this guy that came You had this guy that came up, and he looked like a lot of people would be like, oh, he's fighting Edomite or something, but he didn't like scoff or nothing. He was listening. He was standing over there listening to what we were saying. When he came over here, he just said,
Hey, I'm Mike. Have a great day. Have a great night, you guys. The biker shirt boy? Yeah, that's what he said.
But I mean, who knows? He could have been an Israelite foreigner or something. I mean, we could have been like, yo, you're a fucking Edomite. You're going to, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And that was the thing. Whatever happened, he probably gained some newfound confidence from listening to us and said to himself, okay, let me thank these guys. All right? But if he was an Edomite, well, what does the scripture say? The scripture say, when a man's ways pleaseth the Most High, the Lord will make even his enemies to be at peace with him. Okay? Even the Lord's enemies will be at peace. Even our enemies will be at peace with us, man. You got the other nations coming up smiling. Hey, you guys do a good job. Like last week, I'm reading the scripture. The Edomite comes out of nowhere. Good reading, man. Good reading. You know what I'm saying? But that's what us as wise men are doing. We're scaling the cities. Okay. What does that mean? We're rousing up the people with this truth. All right. And it doesn't matter if they hear or forbear. All right. You can tell by their reaction. You can tell by their spirit what kind of reaction they're going to have right offhand. You're going to see it in the spirit. It's going to manifest. It starts spiritually, then it manifests into the physical. All right.